Hello everyone, welcome to Grow Roots. This is Shannon and welcome to my March 2026 Texas Front Yard Garden Tour. So welcome everyone, and if you are new to Grow Roots, I am so happy that you found me. I am here in North Texas on the border of Zone 8A and 8B, and I do monthly garden tours, and I am so excited to show y'all what the front garden looks like here in March. It is exactly what I thought it might be. I am so happy with it. What a beautiful pop in spring color this front garden is. And so let me get in there and show ya everything there is to see. So first off, I do an annual border in my front garden, and I do a winter / spring front border, and then I do like a late spring / summer fall border. And so the annuals that I picked that were planted late October was the Matrix Pansies. These are called clear pansies because they don't have those black spots in the centers of them. They have these clear, yellowish spots in the center. And I chose a mix of yellows and oranges and blues, and wow, I am so thrilled with this color mix, and I think they just look so beautiful. I'm all about the color in my garden, and so the more color the better, and I just think they're absolutely gorgeous. They have done so well. They have bloomed throughout all winter long. Oh look y'all, the hummingbird moth. Oh look how gorgeous. Hi. See? You get spring color, you get spring animals that come to enjoy it. Animals and insects. He's on my Sweet William back there. Okay, so back to the garden. Wow, what a beautiful distraction. But anyway, Matrix Pansies do so very well for me every single year, all throughout winter, and then they just really start popping in the springtime. So that's exactly what they're doing, and they are just a beautiful pop of color. Let me point out this little guy that's a beautiful pop of color. This is a petunia that I had a pink petunia growing in this container right here, and it was so beautiful last year. Petunias for me, they are a really beautiful spring pop of color, but they kind of peter out in late July when it starts getting uber hot, like 105 degrees hot, and they're like, okay, see you later. But my petunia reseeded itself in the little crack. That's how hardy they are. It's growing in this crack and doing really well, and I'm loving that it's growing there. I'm not going to pull it because I just love it. But right behind my spring pansies on this corner, I have a container, and I went ahead, I did some spring plant shopping. I told myself this is going to be like my Proven Winners container, and this is my spring pick. So I planted this up with, oh, look at these. This is Supertunia Bermuda Beach. I love this color pink, and so it's doing really well. The other one that I fell in love with that I saw, this is, my goodness y'all, I can't find the tag that I saved for this, but this is a Proven Winners variety of Nemesia, and it's this beautiful red, yellow, orange variety. I just could not pass that up. I'll put the name of it on the screen if you guys are looking for it. But anyway, it's gorgeous with that Supertunia Bermuda Beach. And then I have Proven Winners Laguna Sky Blue that is already spreading out all over that container, which is exactly what I wanted it to do. I'm so happy with it. Laguna Sky Blue is another one this is going to be a spring container. These guys will peter out when it starts getting really hot. I've had that experience with Laguna Sky Blue, and then also with the Supertunias. The Nemesia is also considered a cooler season annual, so I expect that to peter out at that time as well. And then on this side, let me get in over on the other side for you guys so you can see. There's Supertunia Honey planted over there, and it's actually doing fabulous. It's so beautiful. I love how the bloom starts off yellow and then it kind of gradually turns a pink color. So it's really, really beautiful and starting to spill over the edge there, mixing with the Laguna Sky Blue. It looks so beautiful. And then this guy is already, I had a feeling this was going to happen. It's getting swallowed up already by the Laguna Sky Blue, but this is just a beautiful, beautiful plant. This is Proven Winners Waikiki Sunset Lysimachia. So Lysimachia is a variety of creeping Jenny is a variety of Lysimachia. They are not the same thing, but this guy has a really cute little yellow flower. I don't see any flowers on it right now, and I believe it's hardy down to zone 8, which is my zone. So this might be a perennial for me. It's supposed to be sun to shade. It will get full sun here. And yeah, it's hardy down to -15. Actually, it goes down to zone 7A. Holy moly. So in order to preserve this guy, I actually might take it out and plant it somewhere else, because I have a feeling everything's going to swallow it up and then I'm going to lose this guy. And this is the one that will actually potentially last, but I will be, if I do take that out, I'll be transplanting it to a part shade area so that it can be happy there. I have a feeling it won't take full sun. So let's just see. It's my first experience with that plant, but that container is just absolutely gorgeous. I'm so happy with it. It will last me all spring, probably through early summer, before I'm gonna have to say and I'll plant it up with some more Proven Winners that are more heat tolerant. Coming over here in this back area, I have Snapdragons, and they are just absolutely in their glory. They are absolutely stunning. My neighbor Aida, thank you Aida, she gave these Snapdragons to me for my birthday, so they were planted in October, and they have done well all winter long as well. Maybe not blooming throughout the entire winter. They kind of, once it got cold, they were green foliage, but not all blooming. And then after the ice storm, when things started warming up, they just went into full bloom mode, and here they are. So they are absolutely beautiful back there. And then let's talk about this. This is a daffodil. I got 2 blooms from this daffodil, and then these very tall foliage. So I'm thinking about taking some of these out. They're just not blooming enough for the foliage that I see that I have to leave up, but I don't know. I haven't decided. I have a May Night Salvia down here on the side of this container, and I have another May Night Salvia over here, and they are not flowering yet, but they will be these beautiful blue blooms. They're coming up pretty soon. I should see those really soon. And then over here, this was a Rudbeckia. It did not come back, so I will plant something else in its place. You'll see it in my April garden tour for sure. I have a dianthus back there that I got at H-E-B on clearance for, I think, $1.25 or something. But beautiful pink blooms on that dianthus. It looks beautiful in front of the Snapdragons. And then I have a daylily that's coming back. It's a beautiful coral color. And then right next to it is one of my favorite plants ever. This is Sweet William. And I wish this was in full bloom for y'all. I think you'll catch it in my April garden tour because it is just beginning to bloom. But we've got some real tall spikes up here. It is so beautiful. Just this tall pink mop heads that are just absolutely gorgeous. So Sweet William is a wonderful perennial plant for us. And then on the other side of this bird bath, I have another Sweet William that's planted here, and I did not realize that this one was white. I grew these from seed, so they don't bloom the first year either, so you really don't know what color you're gonna get from this seed mix. It's Botanical Interests. What is it called? I'll pop the name of it on the screen, but I didn't realize that this mix would have an all white variety, but I am actually loving it. And so again, this one's huge. It's gonna have tons of mop heads, flowers that are gonna bloom from it, but I actually really love that it's all white. What a beautiful kind of a break for the eye amongst all of this color. So excited to see that in full bloom, but stay tuned for my April front garden tour to see that. Again, all of these Snapdragons in the back. You want to take a peek. That's my favorite one. And it's actually covered up by my bird bath, like from the front view. But I love that corally color. So beautiful back there. Another thing I wanted to call attention to back there, let me get in there. I planted 2 echinacea. This is, I believe, mandarin. Yes, double scoop mandarin echinacea. There is one right here and one right there. And these guys are the most advanced in all of my gardens. I have a lot of echinacea varieties in my backyard, but these guys are setting up buds. They're getting ready to bloom already in March. These guys never really fully died back either. I was so surprised. This is literally their second year in the garden. They struggled last year. They got swallowed up by some stuff, but they came back with a vengeance, and they are putting on some buds, and they're going to be absolutely beautiful. These will be like red double echinacea blooms. I have another daylily there, and it is a red variety. I do not remember the name at all, but it will be red as well. So I've got some red flowers. And then coming back over here, there is some more dianthus. This one's been here and is definitely spreading. So it's been here for a couple years, and wow, it's just showing its glory right now as well. And then this is another one of those HEB varieties of dianthus I got for $1.25. So, and then another peach daylily right here as well. I love, love, love the way that's shaping up. And then I can't neglect to tell you about the sunshine ligustrum that's in the back. The sun is coming up and it's glowing on this sunshine ligustrum. Sunshine ligustrum is a really, really beautiful shrub, and it's very, very tough here in Texas, but I do have an issue with whitefly right now. Let's see. I treated it last year several times, and then actually, I think this one's doing well. The one in my backyard is struggling with whitefly more than this one. So, yay! That's just that insecticide that I gave it is working, I think. So, the ligustrum, I think, will be able to bounce back this year, but it struggled last year because of the whitefly infestation. So, I'm watching it for that. They are susceptible to whitefly, so just an FYI there, but they are absolutely beautiful as a Texas shrub. Now, all of this part of my front garden is full sun. And then right about here and on is definitely a shade / parts shade area of my garden bed. And the reason is because of my Vitex tree right there. My Vitex tree, also known as chase tree, is beginning to leaf out. And once that leaves out, this area will definitely be part shade / dappled shade all day long. And so, but in the winter time, these guys are full sun. And then, you know, like I said, then it starts becoming a more part shade once these leaf out. And all of these plants do really well in that type of scenario. So the first thing that I've got going on is my little garden sheep. Lambo is what we call him. And he is now covered up with my ground cover, which is variegated Vinca major. And it actually has been in bloom for several weeks now and continues to be in bloom for me. It's absolutely gorgeous. I've got some more blooms back there, and I love the way that it's kind of sweeping over Lambo. I do have to keep this ground cover in check. So if you want a like no muss, no fuss ground cover, do not plant the variegated Vinca. I will also let you know it's just a vigorous ground cover, and it will take over if you let it in a lot of areas and take over the plants. And so you can see how it's taken over this Dusty Miller. I've allowed it to do that, but I will not allow it to go into this garden. And I have like pulled many, many, many little shoots that are trying to go out. It will spread by runners, and it's doing what it's supposed to do in this garden. It's taking over, and I think it's a lovely ground cover, but it is a high maintenance ground cover, you do have to keep it in check for sure. I have a Dusty Miller on this side as well, and then this ground cover, again, it's work to keep this ground cover from taking over this ground cover, which I absolutely love. This is Burgundy Glow Ajuga. This Ajuga kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? This Ajuga reverted back to like its normal non-variegated type, but Burgundy Glow Ajuga is a variegated variety of pink and cream and all of those things. It's a beautiful Ajuga variety, and I just absolutely love it. I don't mind that this one reverted back to like its original color either, but these guys are getting ready to be in full bloom as well. Some of these are in bloom. I love it. I just love Ajuga. I love the blooms. I love the foliage, especially the Burgundy Glow. I just absolutely love it. Now, I did have this area and a little bit of this area that thinned out. For whatever reason, it died back last year. So I picked up 4 Burgundy Glow Ajuga and I planted those. And so that's why they look a little bit different. These are what they look like when they're established, and then this is kind of what it looks like when it first gets planted. I don't know why the difference is there, but it just is. But anyway, oh, look at that one. I found that the Burgundy Glow Ajuga bloom also is a little bit variegated when it starts to bloom out too. It's just so beautiful. It's my favorite variety, and it looks so beautiful there. And then coming back around this way is my Endless Summer Hydrangea, and it has been planted here. It's probably 6 or 7 years old at this point, and it's coming back beautifully. So it loves this spot, by the way, underneath this Vitex tree. Like I said, in winter, it gets full sun, but it's, you know, it's dormant in winter, so that's totally fine. It's coming out in the springtime, and it's getting lots of sunlight, which, again, it's fine. Today will be pretty hot. It will be 93 today, believe it or not, in March. It's going to be record heat for our area, but it's going to do just fine. It's well established, and then as soon as this Vitex tree leaves out, then it will be dappled shade, and it gets a little bit of afternoon sun, to be honest. Some of the hydrangea blooms will burn on this side because the sun kind of comes in and creeps in the late evening before the sun goes down, but it does really well in this location, and I just absolutely love it. I'll pop a picture on the screen of the blooms that it gave me last year. It was just absolutely stunning. I had 60 plus blooms on this plant last year and the year before, and hopefully this year will be the same. And so there is the front garden. I do have a little side garden over here. Just a lovely Carolina Sapphire Cypress, and it is a 3-ball topiary, and it has like tripled in size. It's only in its, what, 3rd year of being planted, 2 years old. And it's tripled in size in this last year, and it's really a very tough, it's native to Arizona, and so it really likes the heat, so it does well in the heat. It is evergreen, and it has this beautiful blue-green foliage, and the other thing that I can say about it, it's really quite tough. I just transplanted it into a bigger pot, and it handled the transplant like a champ. You can't even tell. It didn't even show me signs of stress, and it's remarkable. It also can deal with being super wet or super dry because it has dealt with those desert conditions. So it can be dry, but it does also like to be, it likes the water. So it's just such an adaptable plant, and I absolutely love it there in that little square space. And then underneath it is variegated liriope, and I did have a star jasmine vine there. It may have completely died in the ice storm. We'll see if it comes back, but it's showing no signs of life right now. And then I have, you know, 2 years ago I planted black-eyed Susan vine there, and it reseeds itself heavily there, so I've already seen a couple black-eyed Susan seedlings that are coming up, and this will climb up this pole, and by fall will start blooming. It will be some beautiful fall blooms. But and then I have this row of baby gem boxwoods, and they are coming back and they are looking so lovely, and they do really, really, really well in this location. I also have a ton of containers on my front porch. I will go into depth on these containers in my container garden tour, so stay tuned for that. I will be posting that fairly soon in this next week. So I'll show you what I got, but I'm not going to go into depth on all of those things, but they are so lovely and doing so beautiful. And so I'll just quickly show them to you, and then you'll get all of the details in my container garden tour. Look at that. Oh, so excited. Okay. Also, the grass is coming back. We have Palisades zoysia. My husband does all of our grass maintenance, and he does such a fabulous job. Our grass is so beautiful in the front, not so much in the back because our dogs destroy it, but it is coming back. We're getting ready to aerate it, so that's the next thing that we're going to be doing. He's getting ready to mow this, believe it or not. And anyway, also, because they are part of my front garden appeal, I will show you these containers, and these are my curbside containers. And right now they are filled with Matrix Pansies Blue, and they have been showstoppers all season long. They are starting to peter out a little bit, and I think it is maybe because these are the most full sun that you could possibly get. Full sun all day long, and it is starting to get a little bit hot. So also, I had tried to plant tulip bulbs in here. They were Lowe's clearance tulip bulbs that I planted in the very first week of January. They did come up. I've already taken them out. They did not work out at all, and I won't do Lowe's clearance tulip bulbs ever again. I will do Holland Bulb Farms, which I did do that in my backyard containers, and they turned out beautiful, but these just did not work out. And so I've already pulled the tulip bulbs because I was just like, nope, that's not looking good at all. They just did not look great. But anyway, these Matrix Pansies, they will last for a little bit longer. I'm going to be pulling these to put in some summer annuals, perhaps a perennial or two in these containers. But I wanted to show y'all this view is just gorgeous as the sun is coming up. And so there you go. That completes the March 2026 front garden tour. I just thank you all for joining me as I walk through the garden today. I hope that you found some inspiration, maybe some ideas for what to plant next year for your winter and spring garden, because these were all the whole reason that I have this pop of color with these spring blooms is because I planted them and they got established way back in late October. So the planning for these and the vision for these started a long time ago, but it's definitely well worth it. I hope that you were inspired. I hope that you're able to get out into your garden today and just enjoy the spring blooms and the new growth that we are all seeing in our gardens. And I thank you so much for watching today. Please subscribe to my channel if you like what you saw. I put on monthly garden tours as well as all kinds of other gardening videos for here in North Texas. Thank you all so much. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.